So for the history check, you guys kind of notice that this incline, if you had gone further east, there is another mentioned high range mountain point. In fact, the tallest of the peaks in the Kravast Range, so Mount Kravast itself, in which the Dragonborn originate from and live in. And as you start your climb the next day, you can look over out at the peaks to the east, and you can see a faint yellow glow of a faraway temple over in that direction. Survival checks all the way around for your last leg.
With the history check,
At disadvantage, what makes you just a straight roll.
With the history check, would we just
Disadvantage for everybody?
It is not easy terrain to get up this. You're slick to slide. What's that?
the history of the Dragonborn? Do
Yeah.
we know if they're aggressive? If they
No, they're not.
Well,
so
that's
they're
disheartening.
pretty, non-confrontational.
You would
to the
actually
wolves.
know more. You, in some of the writing in the Librarians Guild, you would know that they are the founders of the Librarians Guild.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool to visit. But this the way up the mountain that we're going.
Does
Yeah,
not connect.
We'd have to go.
Okay.
We'd have to go down and then back
Okay.
up the other way.
Yes.
How many feet up is it?
It's a full day march up.
Oh, you fucking.
Okay,
Survival with disadvantage.
so not like 30 feet.
No. No.
So I could Misty step up it.
No.
No, okay. Then 6.
Okay.
4.
All right.
14.
Okay.
Same
14. Okay.
8.
Okay. All right.
7.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You said
You
with
guys-
disadvantage. You brought this upon yourself.
I know
4.
I did. You end up getting past. Your armor is super slick on its heels on the ice, and in fact, most people wearing armor have difficulty getting up this. The dwarf, just because of her experience being in some mountain ranges and whatnot, is able to help herself up a little bit, but you do not make it to the temple. In fact, it is dark, and you know from your maps you're only about halfway up this particular stretch. You can attempt where you're at right now to try and sleep, or push on. I'm going to say either
there's
is,
Noah here that we can rest. I think it's best if we push on.
and that's going to involve exhaustion.
If we try and rest
For
here,
everyone
I don't
except
think
for
we'll
the
get a night of rest, and we'll
14s.
take exhaustion anyways.
Yeah,
Might as well keep our bodies warm and keep on the move.
I agree.
Okie doke, whatever you say, boss.
Perhaps some animal assistance to help clear the path.
It's just straight
Okay.
ice. It's not a clearing. It's like ice steps.
Well, if some of them have,
I'm gonna see if I can get an elk, and then maybe it can pull me up.
if they have claws or something, they can dig in a little bit better.
It's a 6.
I'll
Can't remember what
I'll
that
take out
was.
some cloth, some like old clothes, and wrap my
Okay.
feet of the armor so they have
Looking
a little
for
more
a
traction.
panther.
You can roll another survival check at just standard for everybody. This last leg.
I have a giant badger, not helpful.
Straight roll.
Yep.
I have a giant elk.
Does that be
that might
advantage
help.
with mine or
I
no?
got
Two.
an elk
7 again.
and a dire wolf.
And a dire wolf. Yep.
Yep. And a giant rat.
I don't know how big a giant elk is, but I'm pretty sure it's giant.
I rolled
And
an
elks hike up the mountains all the time.
Not when it's like that. They'll go down and hibernate. That's why they come down during winter.
What do you know about elks? Nothing.
They're magical elves.
What was the starting from you again? Your roll.
We'll probably get the giant.
Oh right, we're rolling
truck us
survival
up there.
Yes.
with disadvantage.
No,
So-
just standard.
The
Straight roll.
standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight
Oh, the 19.
Sorry.
He's like, I wasn't. Oh, elk.
21.
Okay. And 19, and then Rittz.
Oh, you want another?
Just the
Just a
standard.
survival check.
Oh, good.
I got a 7.
They don't
I
have
got
a
it.
giant
I got an
elk
8.
on that.
Okay.
Wait, that's my second 7 in a row.
It is your second 7 in a row, and you did
Wait,
remind
does
me
it
about
have to be a
this.
7 on the dice?
think
Because
it's
it's 4 plus 3.
on the
sometimes.
dice.
Yeah.
It is
Never
on the
mind.
dice.
Yeah.
Two sevens.
Never mind. Never
I've got
mind.
2 6s in
21.
one. That's so close.
21. Okay. The party is able to get up. Everybody at this point is past you. You end up last in the field of getting up. But as you do, you clear, and in the dark, you see a shape in between kind of two jagged edges of a mountain. It kind of makes a U shape after you've climbed up, almost like the top of a volcano. I guess it would be this way for you guys. And in
Why they
the
don't
center of it
but they
is
don't stay in the
a
mountain.
building of some sort.
Just
Push for
realized
shelter.
it's hibernate. I'm like,
Okay.
"Oh, that's not it."
Yeah, if it's late that night already, by the time we were like halfway up,
Yeah.
probably have to rest the rest of the night.
Yeah. As you approach closer, it is a temple. It has long since looked like it's abandoned. You can see shattered windows, some snow blasting through there, the wind's kicking up, swirling the snow around you and the ice that you're kind of on.
And this is like the inside of a dome of like a dormant volcano.
Yeah. And part of the roof looks like it's collapsed. And in fact, I took some time today
Were we trying to rest?
make a map for you guys.
Yes. At some point. Knock knock.
The door is cracked open. You can kind of see into it already.
Anything on your map have this building on it?
This is where we are searching for, but I don't know anything about the building in particular.
Except for it's collapsed in.
Do we die here?
Just that
We
it's
might
a,
with our luck.
Temple of
With
the
our
Unknown.
luck, you mean?
Do we should we put a point of exhaustion on?
Yes.
But not us two, right? Or we do two now.
No, you're good.
Okay.
He said anybody in the 14s originally, I think they got to.
Looks like it's already lit.
As you step foot
Yeah, it's got
into
fires going.
the temple, yep, you hear at least this side of the temple. What is going on?
Oh, not letting you drag him?
You
Yeah,
shall not move
It's
me
like locked in the
without the
place.
building.
He's shackled to the table.
that was
Whoa.
weird. Okay.
Whoa.
So, for the stream, we use D&D's alpha maps, and so we run into weird stuff occasionally, and we just attempted to drag some stuff, and yeah. So with that, we're going to move over to this here. Okay.
Well, I don't want to sleep on that thing.
The ground is
Still
cobbled.
uncomfortable.
It's actually been very nicely laid. There's like some grouted texture of the stone. You see here in the center of the room kind of a inlay of decoration, kind of a compass. You see various contraptions past the torches.
Therapeutic.
Yeah. And so, unfortunately, you do see in front of you the whole temple is basically sealed off with these steel contraptions.
Like cages?
You don't know. You'd have to get closer.
I'm not getting close to that.
Okay.
Moving in, can I inspect the compass in the middle of the floor?
Yeah. You can most certainly do so. Where do you want to move?
Just right in front of the compass, right there.
Okay. You trip a trap as you step
Oh,
on a
good.
stone. Right about here.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So if you would like to roll yourself, 10d10.
10D.
As spikes shoot
This is
out
what-
from both sides.
We entered
no saving
weird,
throw.
creepy
No.
buildings.
No, see.
You
Nope.
have me.
There was
Check-
no checks.
we
There's
checked.
no
We
We didn't
ask.
check for traps when we entered.
You're yelling at a guy getting stabbed.
Yep. Seems
A
apropos
lot.
for darling.
Ouch. Ouch.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. those high numbers.
48.
Yeah, you feel it as it punctures into your gut, and actually you are considered restrained because you're gonna need somebody to help you pull off this spike.
Hey, darling,
Anybody
you
else want to
wanna-
move forward to help Fizzle out?
I will, as I go, I will check for traps.
Yeah, sorry.
follow
Yeah, they
behind.
came up from
Yeah.
the ground and shot up
Okay.
at an angle
I'm
towards
following
you.
behind Darling.
I got, I guess,
Take 'em
restrained
off.
further back.
Yeah, right
when
about
they
there.
popped up. Okay.
What do you
I
want
could
me to
also-
roll?
I could also detect good and evil. If you think that would be
For
I'm
helpful.
just
check
gonna
for-
observe and try and study the room.
Okay.
Notice
I want to
Oh,
check for
similarities,
traps
what
as I
looks
move
different.
forward.
Nobody's helping Fizzle.
You
Well,
observe
I'm
I'm
moving
following
trying.
Darling.
You're not
Darling's
hearing me.
checking for traps, and I'm falling behind to get him off.
Yeah.
Get him off.
Where are you going?
Right behind
Right next to him.
him. Next to him?
I'm checking for traps as I go.
Okay, where are you checking for traps at?
Okay, before I take a step, I'll check there.
Right here?
Sure.
'Kay.
And then I'll check the next one up. Then the next one up. No, up. Then I'll go over. I'll check all those, and then I'll check the one right ahead of that because I gotta make space for Rad.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Natural 1. For 8.
You don't see anything.
Yep. So I take the first step forward.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. I look at the next one.
You don't see
Perception.
anything.
I said I was checking each step.
I know. You rolled a natural 1.
Just keep
Do you
going.
take the next step forward?
Not unless I check
You don't see
again.
anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything there. I now need to observe the next spot.
You rolled a natural 1.
I
You don't see
know.
anything.
Darling would check again.
And she didn't see anything.
She didn't. I
So
didn't.
he's saying you automatically fail your next roll.
Yeah,
So
okay,
you do
fine.
roll.
Then yes, I go.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Now she would check again because she's in the same line as.
You don't see anything.
He probably hit the only trap in the building.
So the only one for sure. There's gotta be no more in here.
And at that point, you're like, okay.
I send the little rat out.
You send the little rat out?
Yeah.
Okay. Where at?
Right in front of me. Giant rat all the way down there at the bottom. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna start pouring through the books, seeing if there's like hidden ciphers or anything in them that talk about, because the books talk
Where'd
about
they
the
go?
temple a little bit.
Right there.
You send the rat where?
Right in front of me.
Yeah, it's gonna take 10d10 damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Alright. This thing gets just same type of spikes shoot up. Take an additional 10 damage as it's now been about a minute of somebody trying to get to you. You're gonna start pouring through the books.
Can I?
I think you're safe up until that.
Yeah,
Can I go?
that's why I was trying to check
Can
again.
Can I go up 1?
She's dumb, but she's not that dumb.
Can I get some help over here?
Okay.
And then over 1
And then over 1. Okay.
to the left.
Behind him.
Yep. And then can I try and pull him off from there, or do I need to go into his square to pull him off?
It depends. From behind him, it's gonna be a strength
Okay,
check for you.
now that I know
Can
there's
I help
traps.
her?
You can. You want to take a step forward?
Yes.
You're also fine.
Now that I know there's traps in that row,
Mm-hmm.
can I disengage traps?
You can roll to see. You only know about 2 traps so far.
Okay.
You can check this space.
Well, if I step on that other one, is it gonna re-engage? There's space. Okay. Can I check for traps in that space next to John?
The space right here? Yeah.
Or next
Go
to
ahead
Fizzle?
and roll perception there. As for you helping out with Kirad on the strength, you can. I'm assuming you have guidance.
12.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
You gonna move?
I don't trust it. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean I trust it.
Can I cast detect magic?
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
It's gonna be a disadvantage. Is that a concentration?
It is a concentration.
It's gonna be a disadvantage.
For the wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
There's-
Because he is currently stabbed in the
Guidance
side.
is a cantrip. Yeah.
Well, you'd only make the concentration throw when he takes damage, right?
But he's
Well,
actively taking damage.
all right, made it rolled 11 and 12.
Okay. All right. So
Should be fine.
you said what was the spell again?
I'll detect magic.
Yeah, there's plenty of magic in this temple.
Okay,
Like too much to pinpoint.
gotcha. So everything is glowing. Anything within like glowing brighter within my recent vicinity.
Yeah. The symbol on the floor is definitely glowing red hot.
Can I smack the space in between where the rat was and where Fizzle was with a crowbar?
Do you have a crowbar?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Roll strength check. And
Might roll it.
I don't know. Did you find guidance?
Yes.
Okay. So you're casting that.
It'll be a
Okay.
7.
What does it do?
17.
It just says.
It was 18.
Hey Phil.
I'm comparing the books, going through.
So it's
looking
two
at
sided.
if there's
Yeah.
anything.
So
Yeah.
it'll be a strength and then I'll add it to four.
I haven't forgotten.
Oh, natural 20 plus 3 plus 1.
Yeah. The most deft soft hands you've ever felt in your life, besides your mom, just like reach in and like pick you up all nice and cuddly, and you just feel the warmth and radiance and love and caring as you're gently lifted. It doesn't even scratch your rib cage as it, like the blade comes out because it had a barb on it.
Yeah.
For Darling, you hit it, and it smacks your crowbar and actually it sets off a trap, but your crowbar ends up a space ahead as it sets off another trap.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna go over to the braziers and I'm gonna check for traps. I want to find like a mechanism to undo these.
Okay. Ben. Every 3 rows, as you start reading, basically you see highlighted like letters, and you start writing down in the 6 books. I'm assuming you have them with you.
Mm-hmm.
You start writing down, and it basically says, "Be wary of the 3rd wave."
What?
Be wary of the 3rd wave.
Turbo's the worst.
I'll share it with the group. So I think every 3 rows there's a set of traps. But
Okay. I'm trying to still find a way to disengage all the traps.
What's the chances of jumping over them?
did I see where the spikes came from when he,
They're shooting from underneath the cobblestone tile
like on the run that he's at?
on either side of him. So technically, it's shooting up from this space and this space, but more
Like
super
on those
close to
cracks?
him.
Are they
Yeah.
Really like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Taking my
Are they-
backpack with nothing but like a couple of like small heavy items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and sling it and throw it into like 3 past like to here.
Here,
Yeah.
you throw the bag and nothing happens on that tile.
I'm gonna make a running long jump onto the square.
You can choose acrobatics or athletics.
Well, there's a jump action.
Okay.
And I just gotta figure out. I don't know, cause it's
Well, I hope they can pull
it's
you
like
off
for every
because
every 10 feet
right,
of rain or
right,
something.
right.
like that.
Long
I
jump.
find that.
Move 10
Basically
feet
pull
and
me
jump a
off.
number of feet up to your strength score.
I think so.
So what's your strength score?
Dexter.
16.
does the
Yeah,
thing
lower you down.
retract?
It doesn't look like it. I think the spikes are still out.
What's your health score?
I'm looking like.
So
And
I have
are you
10
jumping
feet.
from where you're at right now?
halfway
So
down
5,
to
10. So I have 10 feet of movement. 5,
Yep.
10, and jump.
Oops, I'm on.
It's doing it again.
Oh no, I had
Oh.
the map
So run jump to here.
I'm gonna be
just barely. Ben jumps over and lands, and nothing happens.
I'm going to, be nurse my wounds. If anyone else wants to jump, I can assist you in that quite easily.
I'm gonna move 5 feet forward, and I'm gonna take my great sword out, and I'm gonna poke the cobblestone like at a range on the square in front.
Okay.
See if
As
it
you
triggers.
do, that whole center crumbles.
Okay.
And there's spikes about 20 feet down in the cylinder hole.
Okay. So that entire center thing is gone.
Yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, he
For
gets a
what?
save. I just take damage.
Yeah.
That one.
Mini
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
You kind of turn behind to look and see what everybody's doing as you have stuck your sword in, and you don't hear it because your armor's loud anyways. But a giant flash of fire comes up and ends up scorching and kind of bellowing out as you see the magical aura of that center dissipate. But you are going to take 4d10 damage as this fire erupts and basically singes off your eyebrows
You said
because you're so close to it.
you said that half this building's caved in.
Yeah,
Can I go outside and go to the where the cave-in is at
you can attempt to, yeah.
and see what if there's an entrance on that side?
Most certainly.
Kind of
He did say that we can see spikes below.
scenes like the flame.
Yeah, you hear this, and you look up and you see Ben almost get turned into a nice fried steak.
And I assume that was the magic.
Yeah.
From the compass, or from
Yeah.
that middle
Mhm.
compass. I'm just gonna like laugh at Ben and be like, huh, "Looks like you disarmed that trap pretty well."
I'm gonna move to the right and
Is
tap
goatee
again,
gone?
square forward. So I'm gonna move here.
Like, let's go to.
Tap
I
that
said,
square
is
with the
his goatee
sword.
gone?
Yeah, right. Everything he said. Eyebrows were singed.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, spikes erupt from this particular square here.
Again, take the backpack. I'm gonna throw it onto this square.
That square.
Yeah.
Yep. As you throw the backpack, you are going to go ahead and make a ranged weapon attack.
Just for like tossing it.
Turning over to you guys, you see Rittz kind of sneak out the front entrance back into the blizzard. Go ahead and roll a survival check, Rittz.
I would still like to look for a way to
Would I be
disengage everything.
proficient in it?
Sure.
And Fitzy already did
13.
a detect.
I did
Right.
detect magic.
13?
Yes.
Yeah. It lands not in the pit, so you're safe, and it doesn't erupt anything on that particular tile.
I'll back up
7.
and make a.
You get lost immediately.
Lost.
It's a blizzard outside. You
not.
try and turn. You take a few steps. You slide. As you slide almost back down towards the steps, and as you turn, it's so thick and white out that for now you're outside in a blizzard.
What's the? I'll back up and make another jump.
Yeah, you basically got
My survival's got advantage on avoid quicksand and other natural hazards.
yeah.
It's quicksand.
Other natural hazards.
What, your hurricane
Blizzards are natural hazards.
What? You just,
I'm just saying.
You're immune to earthquakes.
I'm
The
just
best,
saying.
the best way to avoid a blizzard is to be inside.
Right.
Yeah, apparently. You guys are doing great. Talk to me when you got hair again.
Yeah, canonically right now, Sir Ben, you are missing your eyebrows.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah, luckily it's just your eyebrows, not your gorgeous white goatee.
I'm gonna lick my wounds and just cast cure wounds on myself.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Kirad, what are you doing? You've been kind of quiet.
And you gave
Ever
me,
since
like,
you
a cake
lifted
of blood now
The
from
gnome
feet.
off the shish kebab spike.
Yeah. Give me a
I know we're running from a storm. Oh, well.
I'm gonna turn into a. I'm gonna wild shape into creature.
Okay.
What creature that is, I am figuring that
A flying one, maybe?
out. Yeah.
If anyone else wishes to jump, I can give you extra distance.
Oh, I finally get the
is that my acrobatics is like a negative.
See, but we would have to do it every, like, whereas if we can find a way to turn it off,
If you can
it's
find
off.
if you can find the lever, I can teleport you over there. As
I
well.
want to cast.
But you also have Moisty Step.
Moisty Step.
If I cast.
I'm gonna again great
Detect
sword
Good and Evil,
distance
do you think
tap
that
the
would be
stone
helpful
for the
to
block in
have
front
I
of
think
me.
it's for creatures.
If it's safe, move
Celestial,
forward, tap
yeah,
again
it's
until
for
I find the next
creatures.
trap.
I mean, it's nice
Okay.
to
It's not
know
gonna help
just
us
in
find-
case. Well, it's not going to help us find traps, but it will help us find if.
Because I do have find traps, but you already did find traps.
No, well, no, you could do find traps.
Shoot, I would actually still, I wouldn't use a greatsword. I still have the pole.
Where'd you move? Sorry.
Any trap
right
within
here?
Yeah.
range.
That's
And
where I
you're
jumped to
going-
where the backpack was.
Yep.
Using
But
the
he
pole
already- yeah, he does
from
already know
earlier.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Tap the square in front of me.
Nothing.
Move forward. And then do it again. Tap the square in front of me.
Nothing.
Nothing.
But it would be nice
I'm
so
turning
that
into a
way we
giant
know
eagle.
kind of where
Okay.
they are in the room, because maybe
And I wanna
there's
go
a path.
See what those are over there.
Maybe it's not just
So
every
do
third.
that one.
Yeah.
Eagler.
Would you like to be an owl?
Whoo! What the
that's
hell is he
huge.
saying? Whoo!
A giant bird just kind of erupts behind you.
Oh, Brad, we gotta talk about doing this in buildings. It's awkward.
Yeah, I can carry 2 people, so I'm pretty large.
You'll just be there.
Yeah, how
Are
do
the
you
ceil- are the
signify that
ceilings-
you're gonna have people carry
Climb on
people?
top of
Yeah,
you.
you didn't tell us anything.
No, I didn't.
That'll be
Are
fine.
you just
Yeah.
staring at them awkwardly?
Is there enough room?
Lay on hands again. Heal myself back
Oh
up
my
to
God.
full.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna take a step forward.
You take a step forward. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna
Pole,
cast.
pole on the ground in front of me.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna cast
Okay, I'm gonna move up.
find traps.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. So it finds all of them within 120 feet.
Oh, nice. Is that what the spell says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna have to relay this information.
So you sense the presence of any trap within range that is within the line of sight of trap. For the purpose of the spell, includes anything that would be that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable.
It's 50-50 almost.
Would you specify the intended of such a creature?
He did this on purpose. He made sure I couldn't get in this way.
What are those contraptions in front of me?
They reach from the sky, or not the sky. They reach from the ceiling to the floor.
Okay.
There's
6 of
no
them.
way to pass through them except this weird chain thing that you see.
Okay.
You can then go investigate the chain,
There's
But
you,
I have to tell them where they all are.
you
right?
have to. Yeah,
Okay.
we're still canonically
Yeah.
over with her
Okay.
doing this spell. So how are you relaying this information to an eagle?
Caw.
I think she understands us. She
Yeah.
just can't talk to us.
Druid still should be able to
Yeah.
Yeah, I
understand.
can still understand.
It's just funny if you do it the whole time, though. Go ahead.
I love that. Okay.
Caw, 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 caw.
Alright, so guys,
You already explained it.
I know, but
so
I know.
where you guys cannot step where Fizzle Boom stepped all the way across, and the row in front of him all the way across. And then the next 2 rows are clear.
The next 2 rows, they're not in rows. Are they in rows? Are they
They look like rows
squared
to
out for us, or is it just a cobble space?
You can say every like
tiles.
this 10-foot
Tiles,
section.
Okay.
Yeah.
10-foot section is clear. Can't go onto the compass at all, which we already know because that's no longer there. And then the next 10-foot section is not clear. The next 15-foot section is. However, Ben, don't move.
However,
Huh?
Ben,
Don't move, Ben.
She said, "Don't move."
This seems all fine.
yeah,
But
Sir
there's-
Ben, I bet you're fine.
Because
Checking
there's
for
a trap
traps.
on either side.
Look
that
down
is-
like,
that
oh,
has not
okay.
been the theme. No,
Okay.
kidding. That's not been the pattern.
So Ben, you need to move back 5
Mhm.
feet.
And there's this whole row is trapped that I'm in?
No, it is every 5 feet.
Every
other 5 feet is
Okay.
trapped. So you were
So
okay.
I'm good. Then bad. Then
Move
good.
back.
Then bad. Okay.
Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad.
Okay.
And then the only way through. So Ben, move back 5 feet.
Yep.
Are you
She
I will.
wants you
I
to
will.
actually
Oh.
do it.
Now.
And then move to
20 feet.
20 feet towards the torch for this
Your left.
my left, yeah.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then now you can go up and through, and that is the only safe path.
Okay. Before I go through, looking at these contraptions, because there's 6 of them.
Mhm.
Is there somewhere to slot a book on these 6 things?
No.
Oh, okay.
And then, guys, once we get through, the statues are all traps except for the one in the middle. And then on the left-hand side,
That's a giant opening. You see snow kind of piling in.
here.
No.
No, the
The
big
left side.
giant
Yeah.
cave-in area.
Yeah, dumb idea. Don't go in the cave.
He can't hear
He's
you.
still outside.
He's out
Oh.
in the roaring blizzard.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Hey,
know. He doesn't
dumbass.
see any of this. No, actually, I was going to ask you guys on this side of the table, and Fizzle too. You can roll perception to see if you noticed Rittz slip out.
I'm gonna try and look at study, investigate the chain.
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Could I have survived this
21.
blizzard?
What?
If I had rolled high
21.
enough?
10.
10. Okay.
Not good. Natural 1, second in the row.
That's
Perception as an
dice.
eagle's plus
Normally it's a really good dice.
It's a good thing that you
Just
rolled all
rolling
of
in
that
this
on
thing. I don't know.
things that don't matter.
I have 21.
You would have noticed him go
23.
out, but please roll ADHD.
I got a 23.
What do I roll
Okay.
for ADHD?
D6.
I have no fucking
It's a
clue.
special.
It's new.
I have a 6.
You're not ADHD at the moment, so you do notice him slip out. You'd have to go chase
God,
after
you're
him.
making me put a pause on focusing on the freaking traps to go look for you. I'm gonna put my rope around my waist because I don't trust the blizzard, and I'm gonna go here, eagle, take this side of the rope. And
I got pretty far before I figured out I
Are you
couldn't find
feeling
anything.
offended by being called Eagle? Okay.
that's where she is right now. And then my rope is like 50 feet or something like that, and then I'm gonna go out the side.
Okay.
You're like, Rittz, you dumb dumb.
Yeah. So turning back
The
over
question is,
to
can I
this
hear you?
side, you rolled a natural
Apparently,
one,
I just
correct?
wandered
Oh, yeah.
out there, not looking at anything.
Investigation.
So the first rule of investigating things that particularly are suspicious, like, is not to touch them, and the first thing you end up doing is reaching down to touch the chain.
Uh-huh.
As you touch the chain,
He didn't say it was trapped.
right?
It's not.
You
It's
feel
cursed.
weird, like sensation,
Knew I should have cast that one too.
and
Oh,
as
yeah.
you open your eyes, you are inside of one of the cages.
Nice.
Oh,
Nobody else saw this.
We
You
didn't
just
this?
see no. You just see him in the cage all of a sudden. You didn't see him reach
Not
down.
gonna say anything.
How'd you get in the cave? Or in the cage?
Don't touch the chain.
Oh.
For those out in the blizzard, please roll a survival check, and then depending on how that is, we'll see if you guys get perceptions.
Natural 20
Oh, okay. Yeah.
for a 23. Not a natural 20.
Well,
7.
Okay. He
That's
keeps
my
wondering. You
no,
you
no,
see
that's
him.
7, right?
He's too far to yell at. You're gonna have to reach him,
Seven.
but because
that's
of
a
his
half.
low roll,
Damn it!
he's past how far your rope will reach in order to get to him.
I just kept going.
You just start running.
Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, wait here.
He doesn't hear that.
No, I know.
You can't even see.
I'm gonna go to the end of my rope.
Mm-hmm.
In whatever direction.
And Kira feels
You're
it
still
pull.
about 30 feet away from him.
What? I had 50 feet of rope.
He's
and
running towards a cliff edge right now.
oh
Fucking
no.
egg.
I mean,
Towards a cliff edge.
Well,
Give the-
it's basically the volcano part, but then the whole front that you guys came up is just an edge. Like there's only a small thin
I think
path
I
that
would
you
have.
guys
I
called
think
up.
I would have like touched. If I started not seeing anything, I think I would have touched the building.
Canonically, you rolled low though.
Not for like to survive.
Since he can't
the weather,
see
not
me,
to
can
fight
I
a walk.
chuck 2 daggers?
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
Go ahead and
Can
roll
she
for an
see
attack
me?
roll. Yeah, she can see you.
What kind of blizzard is this? This is bullshit.
Obviously, one that Rittz has turned around in.
28.
What's your AC, Phil?
17.
Okay. You feel a stabbing pain hit your back shoulder.
Hey, dumbass.
Roll damage.
There's a cliff there.
No, it's not. You're not yelling yet.
Why
Yeah,
not?
we're way past the hello.
Yeah. What's your damage?
9. I
Okay.
don't actually need to have sneak attack. It's just.
Well, you
I
said
was-
sneak attack.
Well,
so
I was hoping it was. I actually meant with advantage because I have stealth. But
So what is
do you
it?
want me to roll sneak
yeah,
attack?
you.
I
were
heard sneak
saying-
attack.
I heard sneak attack.
You got sneaked on.
I want to see how far this knife goes in, and
It goes well. Sneak attack. So it's 21 points of damage. Plus
this knife is buried.
plus
in
9 more, so 30 points of damage.
This
Oh
knife
my
is
gosh.
thrown in a very uncomfortable position where you can't move your left arm now because it's stuck between your shoulder blade, and you can't reach it with your right arm
What do
to
I
pull
gotta
it
roll
out.
to just keep running?
No!
I hit pain in my back. I am not gonna stand there and be like, whoa.
No, but you would
Where's the
definitely turn around and be
Would
like
I?
really
see
pissed.
what's attacking you. Yeah,
I
you
can't
go
see
after
anything
things.
anyway. Obviously, I just walked out there blindly. I didn't look at anything.
The blizzard's stabbing me. Huh?
Yeah, technically, that is the thing.
Ritz, please roll me a insight check.
Insight. That's even worse than my histories.
Insight.
6.
30 feet
He
away,
thinks
you
an
should be able
enemy's
to hear
attacking
me.
him.
Bye. See if I can fly. Apparently, I'm gonna learn that I cannot. Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Imagine Rad
Personally,
like
I don't
Okay,
walking
I-
out into a blizzard. I
Let the
would've-
rope go and I misty step to him.
Okay.
30 feet. Bonus action.
He's been moving this whole time away from the dagger, so he's still 20 feet ahead of you. He's got about 10 feet left to the edge of the
He
cliff.
can hear me by now, though, right?
Um,
Okay, I threw the dagger. Get back here. I'm sorry.
roll insight.
You've seen my
And I
rolls
feel
lately,
the
haven't you?
rope go
Yeah,
less.
you felt it go
Then I
limp.
fly out.
Okay.
Oh no.
we lost them
What
both.
fucking chaos is this?
Yeah. We thought this was gonna be a short session.
I got 16 on that one.
Okay. And with
I
that,
lost Darling.
with
We
that,
let him
folks,
find
we're gonna
out.
take a here.
made this
One of
a
us.
short
We're gonna
session.
go ahead and take a quick break. And we're back on. Thank you for letting us take a break there.
He's
So,
got it. Like all the dad puns.
Just that flash of genius.
we were yeah. So Rittz is running off a cliff here in about 10 feet. So with a 16 roll for insight, you recognize the voice shouting at you, but because the blizzard is roaring so bad, you don't know what's being shouted at you. Go ahead and roll survival as you enter the blizzard.
What would that be?
Giant
Is
eagle.
it's a wisdom roll.
Okay. That's why I was like, is it my normal survival? Or is it... Oh no. Oh yeah, it is because it's the same. 25.
Okay, you spot them. The blizzard, from your vantage, you can see right down. You observe as you fly out a dagger being thrown, and it does confuse you as to why it was being thrown. You see it squarely hit.
It seemed logical at the time, people.
You see it squarely hit Rittz and see him pucker his butt a little bit and keep on running. And you see from above that he's about 10 feet ahead. But with that high of a roll, you can attempt to acrobat swoop him.
Okay. Yeah.
You're getting
I'm gonna
attacked
try
from
and
every angle, from
because-
behind, from above, everywhere. Roll for initiative.
Does that have an 80-foot flying speed?
Yes.
Just scoop him up.
Miss. natural
Acrobatics.
one. Well,
Acrobatics.
you knock him off the
Yep.
cliff.
So it's my dexterity
Mhm.
one for it. So 17.
Okay. And Rittz.
Mm-hmm.
Katie. I mean, Kirad. Roll a d6.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm pretty certain
Oh.
17's your AC. D6.
Fail, fail, fail.
I had 2.
4.
She snatches you right as you're like.
There?
Hold an arm
No,
up and
as
I
you
think, give
kind
me
of
2,
pause
please.
in that same
I
moment.
I can only get 1 or 2
Um,
halflings.
As the talons wrap around you, please roll a d20 with a melee weapons
Should I
attack.
do my talons attack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
talons attack. That's good. Just for the hit.
21 to hit.
Okay, so the dagger is depressed in you deeper. Go ahead and roll damage now.
Oh, shit. I thought that's what 21 was. Shit. Crunch.
12 damage.
12 damage. So the dagger. Sorry, cat was going nutty.
12
Now
plus.
Yeah,
She has
as the
ADHD.
dagger is pushing into you.
Oh.
Survival check to make your way back. And survival check for you, Krista, or perception, your choice, to see if you even see the eagle.
15.
Okay.
It's an 18 survival.
Okay. You see this happen where Rittz is swooped up and they turn around and drop him off at the back of the front of the steps here. I'm assuming you make your way back.
Yeah.
Rittz, you want to talk about this dagger in your back?
Are
Still
we
hasn't
under-
been pulled out. You can't use your left arm right now.
Are we under attack?
I thought so.
Did you know who did it? I don't know who did it either.
Roll
There's-
deception. Roll deception with disadvantage.
Me?
Please, no, darling.
I rolled a natural 20, but you said with disadvantage.
Yep.
17.
20 and 1.
Perception with advantage.
Oh. 14 for the first one. Oh. 14.
14.
You don't know where this dagger came from. I mean, you can't see it, so you don't identify it.
Until
But-
I see it.
Nobody's pulled it out of your back yet.
Also,
Right.
you've never seen me use a dagger in your life.
But man, I could probably sniff it and know who it belongs to.
It has your blood on it.
Yeah.
Got your
Um,
hands on it.
You in the cage see the giant eagle depart and come back and like
Just
drop
left him
off.
in a cage.
Yeah, Ben's just watching. Fizzle's just. What's Fizzle been doing? Come on, you've been very quiet.
I healed myself. A
You
little
healed
bit.
yourself?
Yeah, and
And then you watch like 3 people depart.
I see
The dwarf is still in the building with you. You just kind of go, hey, this happens a lot, you know.
We're usually better than this.
I'm shaking my
When
head.
I walk in, I'm going to request that Ben pull this out, so. 'Cause I don't know what's
Ben's
going
in
on.
a cage.
I don't know that, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Rittz
I'll pull it out.
identified Ben as his best friend and walks in and.
Well, it's not that.
Well,
it's
I know.
more the
as
fact
you're
that the
coming
last
in,
21 arrows that were pulled out of me, like 30 damage worth hurt like hell, so I'm not going to just have him pull it out.
well, and as you're walking in, I'm starting to tell you about where all these traps are and saying you need to be careful here. So.
I need Ben.
Roll
right now.
performance
my
for me,
left
Deidre.
arm is completely.
Roll
And
performance.
Useless.
roll perception,
Oh.
Phil.
Roll performance. You said.
Yep, performance. Because I don't know in this pain and
Oh.
confusion if he'd even.
Nat
Understand.
1, but it's a 4.
15.
Oh, okay. You rolled good. He rolled horrible. He's not paying attention. All he's thinking about is this dagger in his back.
And
So-
this
Right, man.
big ass fucking bird that swooped me out of nowhere.
yeah,
Clawed.
And I still don't
Are you
know
back
who
I was
from
it
gonna say, you
is.
probably don't know it, it's me.
yeah. This
Yeah,
eagle is now standing like right beside you, just kind of got an eye cocked on you, like watching you to make sure you.
I don't know. I stepped out there, got hit with something, that's in my back, and then all of a sudden, I was carried by an eagle.
Well, looks like there's traps outside and inside. Well, looks like Ben is trapped up ahead, and we should probably help him out.
What happened to
Where's Ben?
You said that you could see or detect where the traps were, correct?
Yes.
But obviously not.
I told you guys where all the traps are.
So did Ben get hurt by a trap? Is he in the hole?
Do
All we know
see
is
Ben
that
in the cage?
I told Ben how to get through.
I was told by the DM that we couldn't see Ben. We had no clue where Ben just went. No one's
No,
seeing.
we
No,
saw
no, no.
Nobody
him.
We
saw
didn't,
Ben.
we didn't
We
see
just
how
don't know
we
how.
don't know how we got there. All we know is that I told him where the traps.
Are you saying anything, or are you just letting him squabble?
I'm watching.
He told
him.
no. He told us.
But
I
I did tell him.
He told us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He told us not to touch the chains.
Yeah,
I was gone.
yeah.
He was.
Why
gone.
did you guys put Ben in a trap?
So I told him.
As you look towards Ben,
I'm
even from
pretty
this
sure Ben is
distance, you
attracted
see
to
he's missing
traps.
his eyebrows.
I was there for that
He
one.
healed himself.
okay.
They're back.
I dipped when he got to the last part of that.
Okay.
Like, before he got to the chain.
I don't think you saw his face yet, though.
I seen the flames.
Yeah, you've seen the flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can only assume. Flames, hair.
Flames, hair. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you see they're gone.
Hmm.
And you might have healed them, but his
I know, I
eyebrows are missing.
No, he healed himself.
His hand is also numb.
Ooh.
Still.
From touching.
My hand's been numb for like 6 sessions. I don't know.
It's still numb?
Yeah.
From the
No,
6
there's no
sessions ago?
explanation to it.
I thought you healed that.
No.
Man, he's been.
I did remove.
It.
I did remove.
You haven't
Bruce,
mentioned
but
it
nothing
whatsoever. And
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
wonder
we
why
need
your
to
wife
create
was
a
so distressed.
restoration
Yeah,
of-
stranger danger over there. Is your dominant hand or
No, it's my left hand.
It's definitely the stranger.
Knowing about the traps and where the spikes are at,
Yeah.
I want to try to jump. I'm going to cast jump on myself.
Okay.
So my jump distance is now tripled
Okay.
for 1 minute. And I'm going to jump there and then there. Yeah. And then knowing that it's every other trap, try to walk across to where in front of Ben's cage is to converse with him and try to observe the cage and see if there's any openings, latches, locks.
Is this cage all the way to the roof?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fizzle makes his way over there, right up next to you in the cage. For your part, Ben, you noticed that the cage does go floor from ceiling, and there is no seam
It's always been like
in this cage. It is solid, some sort of metal. You're not even certain what type of metal, unless you have some sort of metallurgy.
Nope.
Anything. And for you, who does tinker with metallurgy, you could roll investigation on it.
Let's do it.
Ben, have you touched the cage yet? I mean,
Like,
you touched everything
I
else.
think I'm stuck
That's where
inside
your
this
hands-
cage. Like I don't know how big it is.
You got
Let's good on that one.
5.
Man, we're so
As far as you're
bad.
concerned, it's rusty iron.
It's
That's the
impenetrable.
iron.
You're
Yeah.
not getting out of there.
You got 5 foot of movement, just inside the cage.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it?
just
Does
one
there
more.
seem to be like any locks or anything?
No, it looks all one sealed unit.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm a chill.
I guess.
I don't see a way for you to get out of here.
No,
Up
they're
my
all the way to
talon.
the ceiling.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure an answer
Top.
will reveal
And
itself
you try and
eventually.
It's
yank on it.
floor to
goes to the
ceiling.
Yeah, like
Oh, at the top. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like put my talons and try and yank on it.
Yeah.
See if
As
it
you
moves
do,
at all.
go ahead and roll just a pure strength.
As an eagle?
19.
You pull, and you're a druid, so you wouldn't know this, but you watch it and you see some flecks in the metal, so you know it does not burst, but you know it's not brittle, and so it's reinforced in the sense that it is meant to flex to keep its bonding strong.
So it won't break.
just gonna pull out the tomes again, start reading through, see if I can find anything else about this place.
You're reading in a time like this?
Yeah.
He's in a
How,
cage.
describe
what's
how
he
you
gonna
do that. You sit down. You lean.
Yeah, no, I'm just sitting crisscross.
He's
I've got like
crisscrosses.
all like 5 books laid out in front of me in a little semicircle, all open as I like flip through pages and compare.
Yeah.
I know knowledge is power, but this might be the wrong time to sit down and read a book.
Well, I think the best bet is just keep moving forward and think if a solution reveals itself. And if it doesn't, then I'll sit here until we come up with one. But I don't see any need to rush it.
Can I look for
Just make sure not
release
to touch
mechanism
that chain when you make your way
for
through the gap.
all of it?
Oh,
any
it's
of
the
it?
chain
Can
that
I look for weird
teleported you
glyphs?
there.
Yeah, if you touch the chain, you get
Weird.
sent in here.
Oh.
Yeah, weird glyphs.
Yeah, you can start studying. At this point, for you, darling. Well, you know where the traps are, but there was no distinguishing trigger mechanism anywhere from any of your rolls previously.
Okay, well,
I feel like people,
I guess I'm gonna start hopping.
Okay.
Is there an actual jump thing, or is it just...
Yeah, there's a long jump action, so it's you can jump a number of feet up to your strength score.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
My strength score is 9.
So you have 10 feet to clear. So you need basically
Can I do
12.
acrobatics?
You can roll for an acrobatics check, yes, instead.
Natural 1.
This is the night of natural ones.
You go to run up, and you kind of are trying to jump off of the already set off traps, and in doing so, you
Fall.
tipsy, and you're gonna take a total of 10d10 for setting off one of the traps.
Ouch.
She's also gonna need assistance getting to the spike.
So explain the long jump thing again.
So, move 10 plus feet, and jump a number of feet up to your strength score. So whatever your strength score is.
So mine's 15.
Yeah, so just 15. You could jump 15 feet. So you could clear it with just an action, essentially.
Thank you.
So I want to
More real estate.
jump over the traps. The first set of traps to here.
Okay. You see Darling get pierced as
And
you're
I want to
jumping.
come over here and try to pick her up off
Wow.
of those. What's your damage?
65.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good rolling.
Are you down?
No.
And then I want to pick her up off of this.
Strength check for you
Okay.
to get her off. She's pierced in 2 different spots.
Okay, so... so
I didn't know I was heading off a cliff, right?
No.
I feel like it's safer outside still.
So I rolled a 2, and it's a +2, so that'd be 4.
Okay. It's painful. Take an additional 15 points of damage as you're lifted off of these spikes.
Now I'm done.
She faints as you pull her off of these 2 spikes.
So I will also cast...
Can I jump over this?
Yeah. What's your? Are you
10.
gonna roll for it?
Might
You need 12 strength essentially to
To
clear.
jump?
Yeah, because you have 10 feet to clear, so you need a foot on either side.
Oh.
Do acrobatics.
Or you can roll acrobatics.
Oh my god.
Hmm?
Still didn't get 12. Got 11.
Did you?
Yeah.
How do you roll 10d10 damage as you spike yourself after?
Can you pull yourself off of there?
You could try.
We need Curad to just come by and be on spike duty.
Oh, well, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah, if I try and pull him off, though, I'm gonna hurt him more with my talons.
You pulled me off gracefully.
Well, I still have
Oh,
the
so
dagger in
maybe
me.
it.
Oh,
So-
you're gonna claw at him, drag him out.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Darling.
Okay.
So
What do
plus
I need to pull
21
myself
heal.
off of there?
What?
What do I need to pull myself off of there?
You can do a strength check at disadvantage, saving.
Oh, I forgot. We all have some of us have exhaustion, right?
Mm-hmm. Everybody,
I
or
forgot about
most
that.
everybody.
I forgot about that too.
So you rolled for her to heal.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
21.
So you
Okay.
said a strength saving throw?
Disadvantage. Because you're trying to do it yourself.
Yeah. Ouch.
And then I want to walk up to this line and then
8.
jump the next set of traps.
You saw Rittz get impaled as well next to you.
Yeah, you
Oh,
heard him scream
Sorry,
out.
sorry, just kidding.
He just rolled an 8.
Sorry.
You're going to take an additional 10 points of damage,
But not get out? I rolled an 8.
but not get out. Yeah. You try to slide up out of the barb, and in doing so, pull.
Holes are nothing
I
for
thought
me.
you made it. Okay, so I'll pick him up too.
Strength check. Darling, you're back up.
So let's see. 14.
Okay. She picks you up. Mostly scot-free. 2 more points of damage.
Ooh.
He's got more holes in him. You are...
I don't know if I'll be able to make this next
Since
one.
I couldn't get the thing open, can I fly over to them?
I'm just
seeing
glad
them
you
all get
disadvantaged me with my
and
fucking
caught,
left
go to
arm.
Darling and like put a wing down and see if she'll climb on.
She
my
puts
back.
one down.
I climb on.
Okay.
And
You
I'll fly
deposit her.
just right there.
Deposit her over there.
And I'll go and do it for the others and see if they'll climb.
Rittz and... I'm still memorizing your name.
Millicent.
Millicent, thank you.
Ben told me about the chains, so I'm just gonna get closer
Okay.
and investigate them a little bit.
Okay, roll investigation. Ben, roll history for me. I haven't forgotten about you.
Oh, wow.
10. How would you describe the chains exactly?
They look very impassable, very sharp. They're flitted between the two
Okay. I
cages
haven't rolled
massively.
higher than a 3 in my last 6 rolls.
Gosh.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on
That's a Rittz.
Rittz.
Oh,
I rolled a 29 and a 28. So 28 with disadvantage.
Plus 13.
These don't ring as a trap to you, but they are impassable, and they do send you somewhere.
Do they extend like chain curtains to the ceiling, or are they just on
They're-
the ground? Or
They're crisscrossed all each other. They got sharp points in between each link, and look like an embed of thorns. For Ben, a 10. There's just something on the edge of you reading, but you're gonna need more time.
Okay.
and better rolls.
No, I'm not gonna get better rolls. That's
And
it.
more time.
Would
Okay.
you consider would they be considered magical items?
The chains, yeah.
When I get over there, can I inspect them?
How are you getting over there?
Whenever
be going
she
back.
goes over and
Yeah.
grabs me.
Oh, okay.
I'm going
Um,
back for each of them. Offering a
Millicent,
wing.
I like your
Who's getting on?
She can go first.
idea you had earlier.
Okay.
And Ritz, where do you want to be?
Behind Fizzleboom.
So I want to cast.
He moved, by the way. Fizzleboom moved.
So I want to cast Dispel Magic on the chains.
What level of the spell is that?
I think it's third.
I have third or fourth, so hold on, I'm reading.
Can I do an Arcana check on the chains?
You can roll for Arcana, yeah.
Oh shoot! No, that's not what I wanted to do. How do you undo it?
Krista, will you help?
I think I selected.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower
So you did
ends
in
for each spell
I
of
was trying
4th
to
level or
read.
higher on the target. Make an
24.
ability check using the spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
24.
24? These are magically enchanted chains, yes. And you're casting?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do dispel magic.
Okay.
5th level.
5th level, okay. It does not dispel the chains. You can roll. You said D10?
It's a DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. All right. So you'll roll.
What does she need to make in order?
What's the spell again? Dispel magic.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do.
You cast it at 5th level.
5th level. It's the highest one I had.
So we need a spell of 5th level or lower.
So yeah, mine says choose one creature, any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends for each level on the 4th level. For each spell on the 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
So if it essentially at 5th level, if it had been a 5th level spell, you would have ended it right away. But because of it, you're going to have to roll a check. And let's see.
So you'll roll a d20.
Whatever her
you'll put the
spell
modifier
casting.
5.
Yeah, whatever her spell
And
casting
then
modifiers.
I think it's whatever level spell he did plus 10.
Can
that
I
you're
look
trying
at
to beat.
the two not the traps, but the tables
So I
and
rolled d20 plus 5.
The table?
Mhm.
the two things on the side, like either one? We start with that one. Just
Yeah, it's a coffin.
that's it. There's nothing special about
There's
it.
some blood in it.
21.
What
21. Okay. Yeah. As you do this and you press against it, you're able to shatter some of the chains in front of you. And in doing so, not all the chains disappear, but you feel from your previous sensation of the traps that all traps are dispelled on this half of the board.
Can I strike the?
Strike what?
Can I strike the chains?
There's a few remaining chains. When you press your spell up against them, there's a knockback, like something otherworldly. You're in the house of a deity. You get the sensation that some of these chains are not meant to be broken by mere mortals.
Is it passable now?
No.
Okay.
But the first couple rows of the chains, probably the first 5 feet right here,
Are gone.
yep, are gone. So you can see through now some of the chains, but it's still impassable. Hey, do you want to make another history check for me?
Sure.
Can I try striking the chains?
Yeah.
25.
25. I like it.
Finally. Good.
As you strike the chains, you feel quite a sudden fuzz as you open your eyes and blink. You find yourself in a cage.
Oh shit!
Can we stop touching the chains?
I didn't touch it. I hit it with the sword.
And what's touching the sword? Your hand.
You read the book, and it says,
I'm just glad the sword's been quiet.
"You must become my slave before I can free you."
Touch the chain! Touch the chain!
Yeah, I'll just close the books, close my eyes, and relax.
Okay.
Just kind of like surrender myself to
Okay.
the cage, the environment.
Yeah, you can roll religion if you'd like to.
What deity are
Natural
do we
20.
know what?
Okay.
About
As you do this and try to calm yourself,
We don't know yet.
in your crisscross applesauce and your books closed around you, looking quite sagely without your eyebrows there, you get the sensation you know, you're questing because this is something that you're doing for kind of a holy thing for you in this temple, and you get the sensation that it's not so much a metaphorical freeing and slave of himself. It is much more rather a surrendering of touching the chains and allowing yourself to be caged, and for 6 people to be able to do that.
Fizzle. I'm not opening my eyes at all. Touch the chain.
Are you sure?
I promise.
Alright, well, I trust you. Can you do like an insight check to just see if this is like...
Hey, at least it wasn't as bad as Luke's.
I'm really glad that wasn't. That shit would have been so loud.
Can I do like... I just want to do like an insight check just to see if I can trust what he's saying. If
Yeah,
he's, like,
absolutely.
Really,
Yeah.
really believes.
Performance check on your end.
Performance or like persuasion? Or?
I want performance. Because I'm doing that more as a sincerity checker.
16.
I got a 23.
And you got a 16, you said?
Mm-hmm.
He is super sincere.
Alright, I'm gonna touch
I wonder
the chain.
if do you think you can... Is there a way to homebrew skill checks?
What do you mean?
Maybe not. I'm just thinking out loud. I think there should be like a sincerity check. I think that should be part of it. I know that's probably roped
It'd be
into
like
persuasion.
Persuasion.
But
You can add custom skills.
yeah, I might end up doing that for this homebrew. So
I touch the chain.
you touch the chain. You immediately feel kind of this weird fuzzing as you are landed inside a cage of your own, right next to Ben.
I'll call out to the others one by one. Each of you touch the chain.
That's not one by one.
Well, yeah. Millicent, touch the chain.
Why?
Just trust me.
Hey, I don't know if you realize how big that eagle is, or whatever the eagle
I'm
is.
so curious
But if that
what's gonna
eagle
happen.
touches the chain, that's gonna be a tight fit.
Right. You said there's like 5 feet of space.
Now you can roll persuasion
Yeah.
and try and actually persuade her.
And now I'm gonna roll. Oh no, 19 plus
10.
11.
Oh,
For
11.
30.
30. I don't think you can roll any higher than that.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
You believe him. He is seeming very holy and sagely right now, and full of wisdom and a little bit of charm.
I don't think I told you guys. This is the temple of the one I worship, and I think we're meant to touch the chain. I think we're meant to surrender ourselves.
Were we meant to get stabbed?
I was gonna say, this guy's worse than mine, than my dad.
I believe it was a test for people who were not ready.
Not
Like your eyebrows?
Grab some inspiration for that, John.
You're in the chains already. That's my favorite part.
I
You're
think-
already
I think-
wall in the cage.
Millicent is still really hesitant. She's new to this group.
Mhm.
You know, Fitz has turned on her, and now all of a sudden they want her to touch these chains and go to a cage. And she's successfully already broken them once with a spell. But he's been pretty persuasive, so I think she steps forward and very reluctantly touches them.
Oh, I was gonna
She
say,
reaches
can
out.
Darling trip
It's
into
like
her and
PTSD
accidentally
from
force her
being
to
bound
touch
up
the
on
And
chain?
you
Only
find
because he rolled a 30, guys. Come on.
yourself within 5 days of being let out of a box into a new
Into
box.
a new box. It's the last thing
It's
she
my
wants. You
brother.
better be right.
It's your
Buster.
brother?
So I would just fly
just
right
fly?
into the train.
She just flies right into the train.
That's gonna suck.
She morphed right back into
As she's
Jared.
suddenly vamped into that, she takes some, we'll say, surrounding damage.
Force damage.
Yeah, it's very tight and very uncomfortable. So you're gonna take 1d10 worth of damage.
Okay, and I
As-
would revert right back into my own form.
Yeah, as you take the damage.
Just
you
gonna lay
make.
down in the cage.
Ow.
Okay. Darling.
What did you say, 1d4?
Yeah.
Darling,
Just gonna look over at Millicent.
you'll
Come
have
here,
to
much.
trust me.
Well, I trust you.
Pox life.
Box.
Walritz is in the cage.
Well, who's in the cage?
Walritz is in the cage. Before I gotta do something before I touch the chains. Ritz, I was the one who accidentally threw the dagger at you, and not accidentally. I thought I was gonna do it on purpose, and then that you were going to turn around, but then you didn't turn around. And so that's why I threw the dagger, and I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. And I touched the chains.
I'll get up with.
I'll get it out, I promise.
As immediately as Darling finds her way to her cage, the other side of this, so the further north side, falls down and opens up for you guys to step
Damn
out.
it, I thought you were
Except
going to be
everything
there
in front of
longer.
me is trapped.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I already told you about that. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Does my cage fall trigger the traps in front of me?
No.
Okay.
Looks like you gotta jump again.
Yeah, I'll take my best to do a running jump to try and make it around.
Parkour.
Or I guess technically I could grab the side of the cage and kind of climb around.
yeah, you could. That's an athletics
Okay.
check for me. I think
And
that'd be
here
fair.
comes 3 again.
12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah, we'll let it slide this time. I think traps have been quite detrimental to Ben in the past and his eyebrows. Okay. Anybody else stepping out of the cage?
Oh, yeah, I'll get out.
I'll step out.
Sure. Can I go sit
Yeah, I wanna
right
step
next to
out.
Darling
Oh, no.
and just stare at her awkwardly?
Okay, here, you breathe in deep, and I will take the
Don't-
daggers out.
Don't touch it,
Why not?
I'll approach the fireplace.
because
or
we
the
know what
hearth, or-
happens when you pull
what
stuff
is it,
out
a
of other
forge
stuff.
or something.
It
I
hurts.
don't.
It is a
It
forge.
hurts.
I would go up with them.
Okay. And as you
hurts.
approach it,
Okay.
sorry, I'm gonna zoom in here.
Fizzle was just going.
There is a fire, but in front of it is a mantle, and on it is a red cape.
I'll pick it up
Okay.
and like holding
And
it.
now he
like,
has no hair.
Try and like focus and listen.
As you immediately touch it, everything kind of gets grayed out, and you kind of hear a whooshing in your ears as you see a very. As this happens, the windows to your right, you see a faint red glow from, and the numbing in your hand begins to start to spread up your whole arm and partly into your chest as the glow of the red intensifies. And you hear a voice say, "Now I will be with you forevermore. Continue your fight and take up the mantle of the Red Knight."
I'll take a knife out and cut the cloak that I've been wearing,
Mm-hmm.
and then drape this one over it instead.
Okay. You see a faint face pass through the red glow of the window, and it is of a female form in night gear herself, and she has her hands crossed in front of her, and she nods, and then you kind of see her evaporate into red mist. You feel kind of a sensation in your arm, even though it's numb. It's almost like a new sensation, like new feeling. Your right, or I think it was your left arm.
Mm-hmm.
Your left arm is it feels again, and instead of the numbness that was there, the whole arm now feels like something's been etched on it. And as you take, I'm assuming, a look at it, you see just faint, it almost looks like you've been scratched a lot. But as you begin to look and take your gauntlet off and push up, you can see their faint runes that you don't quite yet understand, and they glow very faintly. And this is all happening in a gray scale. Like, nobody else is seeing this happening to him or even his movements. All anybody else saw is him touch, and just kind of this freezing motion. So all along your left arm now is a bunch of surrounded is a bunch of red runic marks, and your hand no longer and arm no longer feels numb, but it feels immensely sensitive, like it's the first time that it's felt air before, that it's felt the fabric that's on, and it doesn't feel completely your own. And then the light kind of fades back into the ambience of the room. You guys didn't see anything happen, but suddenly he's standing straight, the gauntlet's off, and a new red cape is on, and his old is on the floor, all within a blink of your guys' retention. You kind of just saw a little glitch, and he was where he was at. For those with a passive perception of, I'll say a 15, you can tell time was altered for at least a minute. So you lost about a minute of your time.
Actually, darling, even though she does have a passive, she still doesn't notice that. She doesn't care about time.
Fascinating. Ben, what's going on here?
I wasn't straight with you when I said that we needed to detour here as to why. Many of the powers I'm granted come from a deity known as the Red Knight. She is the goddess of war and battle strategy. I've been gifted and collected a few tomes of hers over the last few months, and the dragon who visited us at our home most recently gave me the last tome, which led us here. I probably should have been more forward with you, but this was a very personal journey about discovering the one that I worship, and seeking her graces to assist us in the war ahead.
Well, we can certainly use all the help that we can get. So if it helps you, it helps us.
That's all I have for here. I have no reason to stay. I mean, there's a warm fire if you'd like to take a rest here and perhaps begin the journey back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think a long rest here would be appreciated. Some of us got injured. It's my fault. I get it. Don't look at me.
And I assume that we are safe here in the temple.
A secret's been passed your way, Luke.
Might have been.
No more traps will be sprung on us, I hope. On the,
You still have a pinging sensation of where they are. I mean, you're safe if you stay centered here, but the fire is... It's a weird glow to you guys not staring at it. To Ben, it looks like a normal fire, but to you, it's got a weird red tint to it. I mean, it doesn't... When you kind of quest magically, it doesn't do anything strange, just has more of a red glow to it than an orangey or yellow you'd expect. But actually, ever since you touched this mantle, you have a feeling of not excitement, but like you feel satisfied, and you're not certain why. Like, for Ben, you would recognize this as your patron being satisfied that you've made it this far, all the way to the temple, and have claimed the red cloak. But for everybody else, you just kind of feel good with today, you know, for you healing and being able to pull people off traps, for you being able to successfully grab Rittz before he runs off, for Rittz feeling like he was spared jumping off a cliff.
Did I see the cliff?
I mean, you kind of think about it now and go, oh. Maybe I was running towards it.
As a
Darling feels successful for landing a knife, in a blizzard. And Fizzle is just happy it's bedtime.
Ben, we pull this fucking dagger out of my back now.
Sure. And I'll slowly pull it out with one hand while using the other hand to brace it and casting, or using my lay on hands at the same time for 17
that's
points.
just cheating, Ben.
It feels so nice.
So you're taking it out slowly.
Like
That's me.
slowly,
Sensation
as I
comes
slowly
back.
pull it out while I'm using lay on
Yeah.
hands and restoring hit points as I pull it out.
Yeah.
That's
The
just
muscle
cheating.
knits. I mean, it feels a little itchy, but
I mean,
outside of that, it's pretty good. Pretty good feeling.
Cheating, compassionate.
Trying to
Same
pull
thing.
arrows out with
Yeah.
wet, moist hands.
Yeah.
Man, if I had spells, you'd all be amazed too.
Got amazing knife throwing skills.
When does our exhaustion go away?
After a
Well,
long
we
rest.
long rest today. Here in this temple that we didn't need to go to. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So we're long resting in the
Yeah.
temple.
Through all
In the
that.
temple.
Cool.
Just for Ben.
I'm gonna dream about that dragonborn civilization building with the library.
Might be worth checking out on our way out of here. This is probably the closest we'll
You
be
guys
to
all
it.
the way back up after
I'd be
Masters.
quite curious and intrigued to speak with the dragonborn about
Do we have
the
the
When you lose exhaustion, which is
Um,
really nice.
Where's the booklet with all the papers? The
It's
folder.
over here somewhere.
folder?
Mm-hmm.
What are you
Oh,
looking
it's
for?
up there
There
somewhere.
might be some
Map.
legendary items nearby.
There are. The flask is near here. I've tried not to mention it because I know sometimes it can get annoying, but the flask is up here. I could have liquids whenever I want them.
Go ahead and take a long rest. Yeah.
Liquids.
Any liquids.
Any liquid. I mean, it'd probably be juice, possibly water.
Mm-hmm. You could be moist forever.
Hot chocolate, definitely. Why do we keep saying the word moist at me, Fizzle? It's a little weird. I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
It's a moist bunny.
I don't think she's a bunny anymore. You're not a
I'm
hair
not a
bunny
bunny
yet.
anymore. I look like a normal person.
A moist, normal person.
So there's a map, and they upgraded the manor several times ago that identified where. So as we were picking out items when we were creating characters, showed you just different color scale, and that's kind of how I run off of what it is, what it does, and stuff. So you have the orange items, which are super unique in the world, and there's a map to where all of those exist.
He did say they'd be hard to find or hard to get.
Yes, so it's attempt to find them at your own peril.
Yeah. 11 is the
Legendary flask.
no.
Damn it.
Horn of Valhalla.
Where's the flask?
Where's the horn at?
It's pretty close to where we're at.
You don't get it.
Well, it'd either be that or the Talisman of Ultimate Evil.
Well.
Okay, he definitely doesn't get that one.
They're both nearby.
That one does not seem like we should give it to Rittz.
There's also a luck blade on our way out of here.
Is the
Where is-
talisman in like passing? Like we're gonna pass?
Is it on
No,
the
middle
way?
here,
no,
bit?
it was back the direction we came. Actually, no, it's near the lake. Yeah,
Oh, definitely
the
going
Talisman
back
of
there.
Ultimate Evil is very close to the lake.
Let's go back to the lake. How far off the lake?
That's probably a day's travel. I don't know. It's hard. I can't tell based on this really.
We could have.
The flask is in the middle of the Darkmere Forest. So
Oh,
when we're searching for the next sword, we should
Okay.
come across it.
Where we're headed.
For some reason, I thought it was on our way. I can't remember though. I just remember it was somewhere weird.
Plate armor of etherealness and potion
And that
of strength
hungry
for
wouldn't
just
give me
outside.
his.
Ring of Vision, summoning, ring of elemental commander on the way down.
Grandpa?
Who's Grandpa?
Yeah, who you calling Grandpa?
There's a road of the orc magic.
Hungry.
Oh,
But
Hungry's
I
just
don't know if we
hungry.
have anybody that can equip it in our party.
No.
I don't know if warlocks can. I wouldn't
Who's
need
calls
anyways.
him Grandpa?
Curious about this talisman of old
He's my
evil
grandpa.
for
What do you
Rittz
mean
here.
he's
You
your
look it up,
grandpa?
It's
Yeah.
one of the 3 things to summon Vecna
Essentially.
in traditional D&D lore, but
Essentially.
cool. Long
Who's
rest.
hungry?
Yep, long
How is
rest.
Hungry your grandpa? He's not a
As
drow.
you sleep for the night.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Never mind.
As you sleep
Apparently
for
he's
the night,
my
you
dad's dad.
get some flashes of insight, and that the temple was built, and while you kind of see a quick running memory of how the whole temple was built and its ages of glory and its ages of ruin, but you know, on the backside outside, if you clear some snow, there is still a shed you can access that has sturdy gliders, and if you wait for a window where the snowfall is lessened, you can actually glide fairly quickly down back towards the path that takes you to Darkvin safely, and
Skip over the talisman.
and
ultimate
you
evil.
you're given tactics on how to use this to your advantage.
Okay.
So basically, gliding, you have the ability to teach everybody how to use gliders down the mountain and where the gliders are.
Oh man, I could have completely avoided all of this chaos. Jesus.
Classic Rittz.
Classic Riddle.
Bunch.
Damn it.
So we get easy way down the icy side of the mountain.
Yeah, and you don't even have to go through the lake again.
No, we want to go back to the lake.
I mean, it's up to you. Ben's the one having the stream, so
He has to share it.
I mean, I'll share it on the following morning.
okay. Yeah.
There is an easier way out of here.
Now what?
No. If you guys would like to take the shortcut, on the roof there's some gliders I can teach us how to use. It'll get us back to that broken bridge where we first met our new companion.
Oh. Well, that's where we need to go to get to the next key, and that's the fastest route. So I say let's take it.
Sounds fun.
I mean, yeah, if you want to, you could just turn into an eagle and fly it, but
But that sounds fun.
alright, if you say so. Just dress warm. Go up and look outside. Does the weather seem favorable for it?
Go ahead and roll survival. We'll see.
Don't ask me to do that.
Well, I can do my druidcraft too to get a tiny harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Dangle a
Yeah,
shoelace.
is
and be
there-
like, oh, it's snowing.
Oh,
Cantrip.
well, that's a 21 survival check. Now I'm rolling good. Is it favorable right now? If not, does our druid craft tell us a time that it'd be favorable?
It's not snowing. You have a short window to leave now, otherwise you're going to be stuck here for 7 days.
I think we gotta go.
Well, let's take the opportunity.
How do we get out of here?
Probably the door.
No, there's the roof is caved in. We just climb up top.
Probably the roof.
Should just climb
That's where the
on top of
gliders
beginning
are.
with.
Thought the gliders were on our
Huh? Are they on the side? Is that what he said? Yeah. You take them off the roof.
So you grab the gliders, you
Yeah.
find the small portion that you can climb up on the edge of the volcanoes, and
Okay.
who jumps first?
I'll, yeah.
Oh, Red just goes.
Yeah, if I was
Before
like,
you start instructing,
I'm trying to
she's
instruct
like,
people and like, okay, so you're gonna hold it here, guys. And
Oh no, I'm just so
This
excited.
Leroy!
This means break. This means break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Ben would try to instruct everybody how to zip line a
God.
mountain.
darling, roll ADHD.
Oh, ADHD, I don't listen. Oh, wait, that's a D6. That's a 4.
Okay, you do listen to Ben, but it's really tempting to jump as soon as Rad the
want
Mad
to.
does.
I
You
listen
want
to him until the point where he's like, okay, is everybody ready? And I'm like, okay, bye!
And then you jump. Okay, so Darling's off next. Who's going after Darling?
I'll go last in case anybody needs help.
Okay.
I'll go next.
Fizzle, feeling adventurous and...
I'll go after Fizzle.
Okay, after Fizzle.
We've seen them two go.
You don't like him behind you anymore with surprise.
No, I want him in front of me.
After paying very rapt attention to his every instruction,
Okay.
how to maneuver it.
Yeah. And then, Rittz, you jump in.
Sure.
And he goes.
Yeah.
And then Ben goes. Actually, because she does druidcraft and knows flight, you actually see her do things you really didn't want her to do. Yeah, she does rolls, and she catches different air and goes up and then goes down. Meanwhile, the two shorter statured people are like, they're not shaking, but
They're holding
craft
on
is
for
like,
dear life.
yeah, they're like, oh, I mean, you're a rock gnome. You're not meant for the air, so you are a rock dwarf. You're not meant for the, and so you.
Rock gnome, rock dwarf.
guys-
Rock
I
gnome,
mean,
Hildor.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You
she's
guys-
a hill
Oh,
dwarf.
You guys
Hildor,
could have
yeah,
taken
sorry.
one and said.
Either way, we're not meant for the air.
No, you're not meant for the air. But at least Fizzle, I mean, while he's like, this sucks, the other portion of you appreciates the craftsmanship, and you actually take enough insight to how a glider works that you could craft one with some supplies in the future, if you want to add that to your notes.
We'll be gliding all over this continent.
Rittz does it pretty seamlessly. He's got the grace of an elf. And
Sometimes.
Darling just gets a little jealous of Rad the Mad. Ben, no nonsense, just flies straight down, watches everybody. Gets a little annoyed at her sister like usual, but
Not a big fan of flying.
yeah. So it's gliding, following a style.
Here in the bag.
Yeah. And then you make your way back to the broken collapsed bridge, which is on its T back towards Darkvin.
Oh.
And within 40 minutes of gliding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can head north. The forest.
Onward.
Well, I think that's where we need to go. Let's do it.
Do you guys leave the gliders somewhere?
Can they fold up and fit into
Oh.
a bag? Or
Oh, we should probably take them. That way we don't have to go through the castle with the vampire lord and instead just glide down off the roof of it.
Oh yeah. Let's
Maybe.
do it.
I don't know. I don't know how you guys
You
feel
have no
about me
notion
going.
of what he's talking about.
Oh, you wouldn't know. I don't know
You're
how
like,
you guys
what
feel about going
vampire
through that
lord?
castle again.
Yeah.
And you have no clue
No.
what they're talking. Vampire Lord. This is the first you've heard about it.
I don't
Yeah,
know
and
if you
those
recall how you got
freaking
into the
crazy
Kravast
ass
Mountains
pictures.
or not.
Huh?
And the
No,
crazy
you
ass
were kidnapped
pictures.
like on the edge of the forest. Well, where the mountain range reaches the forest, it's a castle, and there's some sort of vampire that's trapped in there, and we left one alive inside, and then we killed another on top. And I'd rather just not go through it again.
That sounds like a good place to avoid.
It's gonna take about 2 days to get to that point.
Hauling the gliders with us.
Yeah, hauling the gliders with you.
But it could have been fun.
I don't know.
Is it? Oh, in a way, I can like disassemble it and then reassemble it later.
He is an artificer.
I know.
All-purpose
You have
tool.
tinkering tool. You have an all-purpose tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say you could with
Okay.
that. And so you find a way to collapse it and attach it to people's essentially backpack. If they don't have a bag of holding that you can stuff it into.
Right.
You have an all-purpose tool, so you're pretty good at a lot of skills.
That I am.
Have you ever cut jewels before?
No, that's not quite my forte. I like tinkering with mechanisms and gears and armor and such, but jewels is no. My wife tells me I should. She always mentions that she needs a bigger ring, but you know the old ball and chain.
I have this diamond with 1,000 gold. I was wondering if you could maybe break it into thirds worth 300 each, or half where both halves are at least over 300, and
Oh, you're looking for a hammer.
well, it needs to be worth 300, and a chip of a diamond isn't worth much. It would need to be cut, I would imagine.
I can try my hand. I mean, I have the tool for the job. Doesn't mean I know how to do the job, but I can sure try.
I mean, I trust you.
Well, great. Let's hand it over and give the old Fizzle special.
On one of these nights, like the first night, I'm gonna ask him about it and give him the diamond to work on.
Survival check.
22. This dice is doing me good now.
21. Yeah, no, it's
Also
like redemption.
22.
11.
6.
Okay.
Oh, 9.
Who's the lowest roll?
You said
6? Yeah, I think that was. Roll a d100.
Don't die.
That's not my 10. Where's my 10?
These sound like candy.
64.
64.
These dice
I
have
rolled
never
the wrong
been rolled
dice.
before.
Hmm?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't roll the wrong dice. We'll just go with it.
Oh.
You,
It's been a long week.
in
Yeah,
particular,
man.
Rittz, see a rock in the midst of kind of this volcanic, rock formation that's gravel, essentially. But you see one that has a rune on it that's glowing.
Do I know what this room means?
No,
Why not?
it's a rune.
I know, but
Old ancient rune.
okay.
Do you know Runish?
I mean, last time I did when we were in that fucking cave.
Not all runes are chaos runes.
I didn't say it was chaos.
Kidding.
Spells, magical items, eldritch symbols, magical traditions, planes of existence, inhabitants of those planes.
You'd have to study it.
Okay. I see it.
You see it. Do you pick it up?
Sure.
Okay. He picks it up. No.
And nothing.
You're gonna have to study it. It's gonna take you at least a night.
Oh.
You take it with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt me.
That's all that happens tonight.
Can I?
That
Do you
night's
want me to
gonna be
history
nice.
check it or what?
No, not yet.
I would like to, throughout the night, all-purpose tool, hammer away at the diamond.
Okay.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. Everybody takes a point of exhaustion.
What?
He is
He's
so
got-
loud.
Goddamn
he's
it,
gotta
Ben.
sleep at some point.
I know. He's so loud. He said all night. He said it
Not
himself.
all, I mean, it's a
he's-
diamond I gotta cut into 3 pieces. Like, how many bangs does that take, you know?
Okay.
For someone
I
who
will say
doesn't
this.
know anything about it.
An hour tops.
Oh.
I'm gonna do this to you. I need you to roll sleight of hand, and pass a
Hold on.
17
Not
because I
yet.
said so.
But if he sleeps
Okay.
8 hours, then we all sleep 8 hours.
Yeah,
right?
I'm saying if he doesn't pass a 17, he keeps you up all night.
That's a 19. Straight
Okay.
roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours, he's pretty loud the first 2 hours, but he lets everybody go to sleep. He's spared there.
That's okay. I
It
was
takes
like-
you way longer than you
So now
wanted
we
it
all
to
have
still.
this diamond.
Well, so I rolled a 19, but it's a total
Yeah,
of 21.
Okay.
But do I end
Lot
up
of
with
the
3 like
diamonds.
Yes.
pristine
We do
diamond
them.
cuts?
You do.
Give
You are a
me back,
perfectionist in
people.
your work.
I'm like, I gave it my best shot, and for you, it's like perfection.
Mhm.
I don't know, it's like, you know, good old college try.
Yeah.
You should show your wife your handiness.
As you go to sleep for the night, Rittz.
What?
As you go to sleep for the night, Rittz.
Mhm.
This rock. Did you want to roll for anything?
I don't know. I want to see if I know anything about it.
You
but
can
you
roll
said-
insight, investigation.
Oh, my investigation's better.
The dice are redeeming themselves.
Based on
The
those
second
clues,
arc.
may tell us location, hit
Hell
objects, appearance. Tunnel pouring through. Okay. 17.
17.
Sure.
You get the sudden sensation.
It's never good at night.
Yeah.
Change your alignment to good.
You start dreaming of the Shadow Realm of Bane and Avar.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them whispering to a figure down a dark hallway. And it's like you're viewing from the very
Far
Oh,
away.
no, you're having a
hallway.
Harry Potter dream.
And you can't quite make out what they're saying,
Each 333 gold.
but you kind of
I imagine that
floats
you probably lost
closer.
100 gold
You
with
see a
value
figure
cutting
sitting
down
in
the
a
small
chair,
pieces.
and he rotates, and you can see fire in his eyes, and then you wake up in the morning.
Oh, I didn't.
Can I just, do I know what the dream is, or vision, or dream?
No, I didn't.
I mean, you know who Bane and
Is this supposed
Avar
to be what that
are.
was?
Yeah, but I've never seen
I had
the
one.
Lord
You
of
don't know
Chaos,
who
so I
this
can't.
figure is that they were talking to.
I know I had.
It had to have been a
one,
pastime because
just-
they're dead.
I had one on me. Like
So you think.
Oh, it was.
Oh, bullshit.
For the,
Their bodies lay dead on the ground when I was done.
Requires,
You don't know what they were.
I knew they were dead.
That was a while back.
you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a diamond.
Do I
Okay.
need to remember this?
This other thing, and I think we both chose diamond.
You can roll whatever
Okay.
you want
Gotcha.
to.
So you got
No,
diamond.
do I need to remember this
Well,
dream?
You can
I
write it
remember
down.
I had to have it diamond.
You
to make
cannot write it down.
ridiculous, I think.
No,
It's part of
well.
like casting cost.
One more survival check, please. All the way around.
It's coming back to bite me.
Oh no.
8.
8,
6.
6.
Oh no, oh no.
15.
I'm gonna bump. Actually, do I know there's another day of travel?
This is the last day of travel to essentially get you with the gliders. You'll get down to the base of the forest edge.
All right, I'm gonna cast Flash of Genius.
Oh,
five-
actually,
5 times to give a +5 bonus to
We got
5
eight.
people's rolls, including mine. So bumps mine up to a 11, so you get
Okay.
+5 to yours.
13.
I
Well-
rolled 27, so.
You don't need a +5.
I have a 15.
I'm
You
gonna
get a
use
+5.
my inspiration. So now I have an 18.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
Everybody but
everyone's
Kira.
Kira gets a +5.
It's safe.
Flash of Genius. I'm like, we should build a shelter.
You guys are able to grab the
Holding
gliders. You glide down to the forest's edge, and you're able to camp there. Another successful night, and just on this side, within a day or so, maybe less than half a day, you'll make it to Darkvin. It's a
Do we
pretty
know-
well trod path.
Do we know the destination that we're trying to go, or are we
You're
just
just trying to
searching
get to
the forest?
Darkvin right now.
There is There is a luck blade around here if you guys are interested in searching for it.
Do we know about these items?
Yeah, we built the.
There's Solana.
We have like a steady or something that lets
Yeah.
us
To
know.
where it's cheaper because they just print
I forgot what I don't need a
it
luck
on
blade.
2D, which
It's
is nice.
essentially it gives you the luck if you it's a sword.
I feel pretty lucky that my blade's been quiet all night. So
I've got a legendary sword myself, so I wouldn't use it.
Not enough attacking, not enough bloodshed.
fuck it wasn't. I was fucking
I forgot.
holy.
Was I doing somebody's?
You have Katie's.
Oh, that's right.
What the? I have
No,
Katie's.
yeah.
Oh no.
Do I
you
have yours?
Katie's.
I don't know.
Maybe
I've got
that
this
one.
sword
We'd
of.
have to look.
I think I have.
Yeah, you have the sword
John's.
pate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I like just talk like a valley girl because I hate ever.
Did you get your sword already?
I hate that.
I hate
Huh?
that.
Did John get his sword already?
Yeah,
Ew.
no, I have mine.
It's the fire damage
Ew.
one.
Well, there's never a reason to hate everything.
If you guys are interested, we can either push to Darkvin tomorrow and search for the sword, or there is a luck blade that's hidden somewhere in the area. If you guys want to search for it, I don't know if anybody's interested.
It doesn't sound like the sword that we're searching for. But if anyone does require another weapon,
Well, even then, the money could go a long way towards improving the mana.
Could it?
well, okay.
I love the idea of us like just searching for legendary items, not to use, but to like
Sell.
Just to
sell, so that we can upgrade the manor even more.
Well, you had me at money. I'm down.
That's right where we're at. It's nearby. It's probably no more than a day or two's travel away.
Do we know where this is?
Grab the map.
We know like the area.
Well, yeah. Oh, don't do it.
Our characters do know.
Yeah.
Well, our characters meaning Ben.
Well, the only reason why is because this is where I'm from. Like,
Yeah.
just
Do you want to avoid it? Do you have like a secret lover here that you want to avoid? Do you have an ex-girl?
Ooh.
Ow, ow.
I mean, not an ex-girl,
Trying
but
to avoid
You have a
child support.
girl?
it's just
Current
not an
girl.
ex-girl.
So which
Is it an
implies a
ex-boy?
current girl.
But the
Yeah. Based
My
on where we
previous,
exited, this one right here, it's right on the edge of the
friendship is
Darkvin
now gone
Forest, 14.
from the dark forest.
Estimate how far away from
Where
that
did
we'd
they
be.
go?
I don't know where she went.
It's about
Hold
3
on,
days.
it's
3
our
days.
friend that was with us, right?
Yeah.
Were you guys romantic?
No.
Oh.
Well, if we are interested, it's about 3 days travel.
Rough.
It's along the edge of the forest, and then from there we can push directly to the center of Darkvin. But I'll leave that up to a party vote.
So it would add 3 days to the journey.
Not necessarily.
Did we pack
don't
for
know
this?
exactly where the legendary sword is in the forest, so if it is farther south in the forest, we're going to have to head that direction anyways. Instead of cutting directly through,
Wait,
it'd be
where did we
following the edge.
where
and
did we
cutting
come
in.
out to in the forest?
We're
Very north.
very north.
Oh, we're at the top of this forest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start.
So
like
Fort
where-
14 is where it's
You're
at.
almost
We're up
coastline.
Okay, so we're up here.
I mean, we're almost to the city.
here. I mean, I don't know if you'd like to visit the city too, we could, but
I really don't. I know where
Coming
you guys
from
go.
this area, would
don't
I
really
would
have
I
a
have any
reason.
kind of idea of where this sword might be?
You've heard of some particular old runes that your mother said to stay the fuck away from.
The one in your bag.
There's probably. Well, I mean, no one else knows anything about it, right?
No, you have that specific insight since this is your home region. You know
I
that
go wherever Fizzle goes.
you would have exceptional insight to the fact that the Darkmere Forest is full of big creatures, abnormal creatures that you have to grow up tough or you're going to get chewed up, spit out, eaten alive. And so when your mom, who ran a guild and dated a deity and all this type
Your
of
mom
stuff
dated a
says...
deity?
You don't know this.
You said
regionally,
You're still connecting
do
it.
we know where in the Darkvin Forest this sword's going to be? The key?
No,
I mean, do we have any hint to it? Is
Yes,
that-
you do.
that
That's
royal
let me pull it up.
princess of an
Okay.
elf didn't say anything.
I forgot who told us where to find it because we were given general ideas like there's 2 in Hammerfell, 2 in
Yeah.
some locations, but one in a large.
I mean, if it's
forest.
at the northern edge of the forest, then there's no point in traveling south for the Luck Blade. If it is in the south end of the forest, then we should travel.
I know of
You
a
just have
place that
insight
I was told
that the
not to
witch
go to.
knows about the Sword of Sorrows
The witch.
in Darkvin.
That's
How
right.
many witches are in Darkvin?
That's right. No, I do remember we had a conversation. There's like
Because
no witch.
the witch that I know is gone. At least that I know of. The house and everything is gone.
Right.
Well, we can try this area. I was told as a young
You guys
elf
are a lot
to
stronger
not-
than when you started this, so it's
to
just up
not
to you guys.
venture to, but we could try there.
Do you know regionally where that is in Darkvin?
I mean, I would. I think I know the general location.
Yeah, it's headed towards it. You stick along the mountain range. You go to it's the webbed
South?
section of the Darkmere Forest. A lot of giant spiders roam.
South,
Great.
north, west,
Yeah, what
east,
part of the
South.
forest?
south.
Oh,
If we stick
Southeast.
along the mountain range
right.
and go,
Yeah, that's
We're
on the
talking
way.
about the Sword of Luck right now.
Oh.
Oh no,
No.
he's talking about the runes for the sword, like the legendary
Oh,
sword.
the sword.
The runes. I'm talking about the rune area that I wasn't supposed to go to.
For the legendary sword.
No, the runes were where the luck sword was at.
Oh, I see.
The only information you have on the Sword of Sorrows is that it is the witch knows in Darkvin.
Well, we can pass by my old house and see if anything has changed.
And what is that?
The safest route is through Darkvin and then south of Darkvin by half a day's journey.
To the city.
Yeah.
I think
it's
that's our best
closer.
bet.
Yeah.
Any which way, the quickest and safest route is through Darkvin and then south along the Darkmere. I will give a free history check here for anybody that wants to roll, or nature if you're strong with nature. You can roll nature or history.
19.
Okay, yeah.
Do I get?
You get advantage.
Yeah.
It's your home
8.
turf. Yeah. You might be old and wizened, but
Sorry.
Not on this part of the world.
yeah.
21.
Okay, yep.
I got a 2. I don't care.
No, you don't care. This is not that a forest you liked.
You said nature.
What'd you get?
Not a lot.
3.
Okay.
No one cares about my grade.
Yeah. So for two of you, Rittz and Ben, the forest is abnormally dangerous. Like, you hear, for you as a human, you hear folk tales about, amazing warriors that went into the forest looking to conquer something and was never seen again. And laden with tales with that. For Rittz, who grew up in it, your mother was very specific on where you could be and where your activities and training were meant to be at, and where you were not supposed to step foot into. The Darkmere
I thought you were raised in an
Forest
orphanage.
is,
Pretty much.
in the world, is perhaps one of the most dangerous forests in existence on Mersta.
But I mean, as a kid with chaotic
It's
evil.
putting them in the holes.
I mean, you've wrestled with giant spiders before, as a part of your training. You fought against dark fiends and shades and stuff like that, or at least seen them before your mother. Memories are coming back in the sense that you saw your mother fend off some stuff. Now that you reflect in conversation, which speaks to something about herself, but it was not a friendly neighborhood, we'll say that. So, if your inclination and yours from this history check is there might be a room where this luck sword is, somewhere to the south of where you're at, but to wander through the Darkmere Forest without the main road, at least in sight, is particularly stupid.
Yeah. I think it's probably best if we make our way to Darkvin then and move south to your house.
Sure. Let's go.
Okay.
It's pretty dark here, so hopefully you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. The Darkmere Forest is large trees that are canopied, not unlike Lialabren, where the High Elves are, except it's dark. It's instead of some light filtering through where it feels very High Elf Fae-esque. The Darkmere Forest is just dark. It feels like it's nighttime right now, and it's only midday. There's a few natural glowing mushrooms that help light the main path, but if you steer away from the main path, the glowing mushrooms disappear and you're left in. If you don't have dark vision, you're screwed if you're not on the main path.
I think I have goggles.
I have goggles.
This is home
Goggles
for you,
of night.
so you would be, even if you don't have dark
Yeah.
vision, you'd see fine here, canonically.
Well, I've got 120 foot.
So it takes about half a day to get to Darkvin. Is that? Are you gonna chance the forest, or are you gonna?
I think we'll follow.
Or are you gonna take the path?
We could chance the forest.
I mean, if we're heading to Darkvin, I don't see why.
It's
we wouldn't
faster,
just take
right?
the road.
If we go through the forest,
take
but
the
dangerous.
road back to Ritz's.
No, you haven't done it.
We're taking the road to Ritz's home, right?
Well,
Or-
Going to the city and then
the city and then south. The road to Ritz's home is from the city, right?
It's probably about a day's journey, taking the road from where you
So
are.
why don't you just take the road?
Sure. Yeah. Safe route.
should we all lock arms and skip?
Skippity doo dah. Yeah.
That's a
Unlock
great
the
idea.
It's
Kira
amazing.
starts locking arms with you, Rittz, as soon as you mention
Yeah, and I'm on the other side.
I was kidding. I was kidding. I'm
Too
not
late.
skipping with
You're
you.
like
Swept
Dwight
away.
going
Said it.
from the office.
Touch me.
Too late.
How dare you touch me here?
What's the yellow brick road song?
Mhm.
We're off, we're off, we're off.
Mhm.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful
The
wizard.
And
No, call
there
it.
we go.
Should we get coconuts? We should have horses.
You, for the party that was here from the beginning, you recognize these gates as the start to much of this turmoil and journey and dragons and adventure that you've taken. To you, it does bring some memories back, not necessarily of fondness, but of...
How long do you think?
It's
What'd you
been
say?
about 3 months since you've been here. So it's changed in the sense that you feel like you've been around
Man, we
different
got our
demographic.
in going and running really fast if it's only been 3 months.
Yeah. And so you approach the gates,
Oh, yeah.
and the city is pretty bustling. You see still multiple races that you wouldn't see, that you didn't even see in Dunrust, that are around. There are tieflings. There are there's an occasional spotting you can see because you've been, and I'd say Darling as well. You see at least one dragonborn off in the distance, which is uniquely peculiar because they don't come off their mountaintop. A bunch of the obscure races. You do see some Allens, some Tortles. You know, they're not flying overhead.
They're not shit covered.
They are debating in the square, but you know, different things like that. Different races, heavily populated with drow all around. Quite destitute for a large village that you visited. Like Henryville wasn't destitute. You know, pirate, little scummy, roguey. Dunrust, you know, marketing town, very high in trade. Darkvin is slums. There's not a fancy section of the city that you can get a sense of. And when you visit it here, while it's the bastion for some of the resistance, since the dragons have been released, you know, since you were last year, a lot of the city's been crumbled. You know, it's influxed with more people in the streets. There's coughing going on. You see rats scurry in the corner. There's people living on the streets.
You guys should probably keep your valuables hidden.
Yeah.
Approaching the exterior, like before we came into the city, I would have started to look around, and then especially once we're in the city as well, see if there's any familiar pedestals, monuments for teleportation.
Oh, yeah. You don't see one on this gate.
Huh?
You don't see one on this side of the gate.
Yeah.
I would have also, before we entered the town, made myself look more human.
More humans?
Oh,
Yeah.
They can
Okay.
Like flesh tone,
Okay.
human.
Yeah.
Nothing that would make somebody think I was a changeling.
Okay.
Do I know if there's like a librarians guild contact?
There's a librarian guild in every major city.
Okay.
You guys pass through the gates?
Yeah.
Enter in?
Yeah. Are there guards or?
There are guards, yeah. Different drow, different heights, classes that you see. Some swords, some bows, some robed figures, you know. Generally milling along the ramparts. It is a military town because of everything going on.
The elves don't come up here. The elves.
Make way, make way! The champions of Hammerfell are coming through with Mad the Rad. let the guards know, like, sorry, we've got business to attend to.
Start strutting in. Fizzle being herald to command.
Yep, just letting everyone know. Just walking down the
Yeah.
destitute streets of the champions of Hammerfell are here.
I'm
Halt!
definitely doing a princess wave.
And the guard stops you, and with his hand outraised and everything, and goes, "Halt!"
What are you doing?
And
didn't
you
eat.
hear
Ryder?
Yeah.
clinking as guards start filling from side passages out of the door and surround your group, and they point towards Rittz
No,
and
she
say,
was playing with
"You,
the stuff.
sir, the child of the
I
witch,
just don't know what.
are under arrest."
Oh, fuck.
And this is where we'll end the session tonight.
Oh.
Rittz, you're getting arrested.
This stuff?
Make sure you have an attorney.
Fizzle boom. Attorney
Attorney
at law.
at law.
Thank you to everybody that took time to check out the stream, and if you're catching us later in the week on YouTube, also super appreciate that, and
Persuasion like yours.
continue to look
to
bring more and more story
But then
to
your
the
persuasion
I know
should be the
Mostly because
then
you
to
chose
you guys
an
here on
either
Twitch
or.
and YouTube, and so I super appreciate your time.
No, I'm kidding.
Have a good rest of the night.